going to start with a triangle. What type of triangle is this?
It's a right triangle.
It's a right triangle. Kang, what does she mean by that, a right triangle?
At a right angle.
A right angle, what's a right angle, Kang?
90 degrees.
A 90-degree angle. I've used the symbol for a right angle up there. That makes this a right triangle. It means it's an angle, or a triangle that has a 90-degree angle. Right. So, let's call this side x, which has a distance of 4.7 meters. We're going to label this side as y. We're going to label this side, this angle here, as theta 1, which is 33 degrees. This symbol right here is a theta. It's a Greek symbol, and it means the angle. So theta 1, the angle of 33 degrees. We're going to label this side as h for hypotenuse, and this angle as theta 2. Our goal is to find the values for y, the hypotenuse, and theta 2. That's my and symbol in the middle there. So we're going to find y, the hypotenuse, and theta 2. How would you like to begin? McCutcheon.
To find theta 2, just subtract 33 and 90 from 180.
Okay. Here's the thing. Anytime you're going to do anything in this class, you have to follow the daily expectation, which was, please, I implore you to show all your work. You are starting, in order to do so, you need to start someplace that is a known item. You did, but then you actually skipped some steps. So what do you need to start with? What's the known thing that you know?
You know there's 180 degrees and all the angles.
So I need to identify that. So how do I write that?
You write there are 180 degrees.
I'm not going to write that. That would be English. We're going to write math. How do I write that using math?
You can say 33 plus 90.
Okay, but again, you're plugging in numbers. You need to start with variables. Steps. You need to make sure you take every step. Okay. If you don't take every step, a lot of you are visual, so you need visual maps. If you do not take every step, if you start skipping steps, you're going to fall down the stairs. Okay? It's going to get ugly. You're going to fall down the stairs. You're going to be all the way down at the bottom. When we look down, you'll be bleeding at the bottom of the stairs. I'm going to have to call a custodian because they have to take care of the bloodborne pathogens. I can't do that. I just did my bloodborne pathogen training. They'll have to wear PPEs. Personal protective equipment. PPE to deal with the BPP. Okay. Don't skip steps. Okay. The first thing is the variables. You started with, where is it? I'll accept that. We're going to start with the variables. Not 33 degrees McCutcheon, but theta 1. Keep going.
Equals 33 degrees.
Right, we already had that. That's a bit.
Theta 2.
Plus theta 2. Can I put a plus?
Sure.
Good, keep going.
And the right angle.
Which is 90 degrees. Sure, but we know that. Equals?
180.
180 degrees. I agree. You can start. Say again?
I said that. You said no.
No, you said 33 degrees. Right? See, the point here, I know. You guys, you're going to get angry with me. You're like, but there's a handrail, Mr. Palmer. I don't need every step. No. Okay? You still, even with the handrail, you still need to take every step. And you're going to get angry with me, not just today, for approximately, I don't know, 10 months about the fact that I expect you to show every step. Okay? You just trust me. I'll talk about it a little bit more when we get a little farther in this. Okay. Now, I agree. We could do theta 1 plus theta 2 is equal to plus 90 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Absolutely. We could go through and do it that way. We're not going to do it that way this time. On a quiz or final exam, absolutely you could do it that way. Wouldn't bother me at all. But today, I'm trying to show you some other things, so we're not going to do it that way. So who has another strategy for me to figure out y, the hypotenuse, or theta 2. This is where all the hands go up, not just Herman. There are many people who know Herman. They're just choosing to sit there and ride other people's coattails. I used that term earlier today. People looked at me like I was crazy. Ride other people's coattails. You're familiar with the term? It means to just benefit from what other people do. You cannot ride other people's coattails in this class. I will be calling on you. Emily, go ahead.
The sine of theta 1 is y over x.
Hold up, hold up. What did she just do?
Fair enough.
Say again?
Fair enough.
No, we'll back up.
He spoke.
Cosec. This is irksome. It really is, right? You can do this if you have a comment. You're more than welcome to raise your hand. Okay. What'd you forget? A step. You got to start with an equation. What equation are you starting with?
The equation to find y.
I'm sorry, the equation.
To find y.
Okay, the equation to find y. Does everybody know the equation to find y? I'm not familiar with that equation. I never studied that one. The equation to find y. The flashcards, right? The equation to find y. No, don't know it. What equation are we starting out? What's the basic concept here? Eileen? So CAH TOA. Right? So CAH TOA. You all know it. That's what we're starting with. Prescott, what does SOH mean?
Sine is opposite over hypotenuse.
Like that? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Prescott, you don't want to help me out there at all? Recussion?
And sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse.
The sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. That theta so often by you students. Say again? Could you do this? Just, okay, we're going to practice. Everybody for COSAC here, everybody raise your hand. Up. No, Aileen, that's like, okay, put them down. Just imagine yourself as the teacher, and this is what you see. Ready? What does this mean? Okay, we'll try again. The other hand, just for practice, the other hand, all the way up. Please put them down. Cosec.
What's theta?
We'll get there. We're not quite there yet. In just a moment, sir. Okay, so please realize you have to use the equation. Sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Many of you just eschew the theta. I don't know why. You get rid of it. You're like, I don't need it. It's very, very important. Okay. COSAC, right now we're just doing general equations. We'll talk about which theta when we start actually using it. Right now, we're talking about how we might solve stuff. So, Olivia means what? I'm sorry, you're not Olivia. You're Chloe. Sorry. CAH.
Adjacent over hypotenuse. Or adjacent. Oh, cosine theta.
Oh yeah, the cosine theta. You just wanted to ignore the entire left-hand side. Amazing. Chaz. TOA.
Tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent.
Okay. So, to review, if we have a triangle, and this is our theta, this is going to be opposite, this is going to be adjacent, this is going to be the hypotenuse. If instead we are talking about this theta, here is our opposite side, here is our adjacent side, and here is our hypotenuse. So, we can now solve for y, the hypotenuse, or theta 2. Please, Lauren, what would you like to do?
I would like to solve for theta 2. Like, and then, so you do sine of theta 1.
Okay, we got to start with an equation. You can't start by substituting in stuff. You have to start with an equation.
Okay.
Remember the steps? Do I have to do it again?
No.
Because I've done it twice already.
Yes.
Don't you worry, I will. Someone's going to do it again. Go ahead, Lauren. Sine theta.
The sine theta equals the opposite
Great. From there, we're going to do the sine of which angle?
Theta 1 equals y over 4.7.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, y over a. X.
Go back. Remember what we're doing. We're substituting it. So you
I thought
start.
it is. I'm
right.
sorry.
So in this
I
particular
know.
case, it happens to be the same variable, which
Yeah.
sometimes can be confusing, but it's okay. It happens sometimes. Okay. So far we substituted in theta 1 for theta. We've substituted in y for the opposite and the hypotenuse for the hypotenuse. What next? Pranav.
Well, we can say sine 33 now, right?
Yep. Sine 33.
Equals pi over h.
Right. We already have. We've already done y over h. So what can we substitute in? Oh, that's a bummer, is it not?
Oh, yeah.
That is a bummer. Look at that, will ya? Who's that? That's a bummer.
We could use
Come on. Yeah. Shit, there was a 66% chance you guessed the right one, but 67, I guess. Anyway, sorry. So why are we stuck? John, why are we stuck?
We're stuck because we have two variables.
We have two variables we don't know. Okay. So let's pause. We'll come back to this. Let's do something else first. Sean.